Hail adventurers, Pwn Star here with Pwn Star Gaming. Guys, how are you today? Today's video is going to be none other than the template that you should do when you first start out here on Outlands. It is none other than the Bard Macer. I know you've heard this 1,000 times, even probably before you came over to this server. Make sure you make a Bard Macer, and I wanted to sit down and make a proper video for this exact template. Now, I have made one in the past and it does get quite a bit of attention, but there are some things that I would do different now as far as the template goes itself and just making the video more clean. So therefore, sit back, grab yourself a beer, and let's talk about it. All right, to start things off on this wonderful template that you have all heard myself and many other people tell you this should be your first template, let's get into the pros. First off, they take little to no damage because you can actually piece the monsters before they even see you and do any type of damage to you. Then run up, discord them on your way there, and bash their face in, and they will never hurt you in the duration it takes you to go kill monsters. They're very needed in group content or bosses, as they not only buff your friends, but they also debuff all the monsters, including bosses. Now, if that is a big buff that everybody is taking advantage of, everybody is going to love you and want to make sure that you are there for whatever content it is that they are doing. If you're running through a dungeon and there's a whole bunch of monsters around, or you get yourself into a little pinch more than you can handle, you can very easily just piece yourself, and what it will do is it will do an area effect piece for a short duration of time. This should give you some time to scramble and get your wits about you and plan whatever source of action it is that you need to escape the situation or accomplish the goal. One of the biggest reasons that everyone tells you to make this starting out, it is the easiest startup build there is, as there is little to no cost just to make one. For the simple cost of a weapon and a instrument, you can be well on your way to farming and getting gold to accumulate the wealth and riches and the giant house that you've always dreamed of. Now, with everything, there is going to be some downsides, and the first con is actually going to be the fact that you're going to be using a one-handed weapon. And the reason for that is that the only healing that you get is going to be from healing potion. You won't have healing for bandages or magery for a quick greater heal or anything such as that, but your alchemy potion should be enough to carry through as you take little to no damage, as we discussed earlier. It can be somewhat of a grind if you've been sitting there for hours just piecing one monster at a time, disordering one monster at a time, and disarming one monster at a time while you bash on it over and over. At the same time, though, there is something rewarding about staring down a demon in the face while he is just pacified and cannot do anything to you until he dies. Bards are very weak towards PKs. Now, I'm not going to say that you won't win a fight here and there, but for the most part, if you see a red name show up on your tracking, you might as well just dip out and go to the nearest moon gate as you possibly can, because, well, they're geared towards PvP and you're geared towards killing monsters that can't do anything towards you. Who do you think's gonna win? All right, now let's talk about the template itself. We're gonna talk about two different templates, and the first one is gonna be more so for the starter bard that's just out there farming and trying to get some gold and find their way on the Outlands server. We're gonna start off with 100 musicianship because you're a bard, and we're gonna go with 100 disordnance. What that's gonna do is it's actually going to debuff the monsters so that they take more damage from not only you, but anybody else who decides to hit them. Also, 100 peace so that they literally can't move, can't attack you. They just have to stare at you while you bash their faces in. Next, we're going to go with 80 arms lore for the disarm. The disarm will automatically disarm when it's able to, and that will once again increase the damage that you do to the creature. 100 tactics because we like doing damage to monsters. Then 100 mace. Now, you can do whatever weapon you choose. I like mace because there is no arrow upkeep. Otherwise, I would choose archery, and it just, the special ability is big damage, and we want to do big damage. We're going to go with 80 tracking, and the reason we want 80 tracking is because it will increase the damage to creatures up to 20% and it will also give you 8 barding skill. Not only that, you can track to reds, and then if you see a name pop up on your screen, then you know there's an enemy on the way and you need to get to the nearest moon gate. Followed up by 40 alchemy. Now the 40 alchemy is very helpful. Not only is it going to increase the amount that your potions heal you for, but it's also going to increase the duration of your blue potion. That's right, carry about 4 blue potions and you'll be set for the entire length of your dungeon run, and it will also give you 20 dexterity, thus making you swing even faster, doing even more damage. Now, once you've generated a little bit of income and you start doing some bosses and you've got your skill scrolls and your skill balls and your 720 skill and you're just elite, dude, this is the template that I would recommend for bosses and or ossuary. We're going to go ahead and go up to 120 musicianship, 120 disordnance, 120 peace, 80 arms lore, 100 tactics, and I would definitely switch over to 100 archery. That way you're out of harm's way from the boss as much as possible, and it's easier to dodge all the fire and AoE effects and all that crazy stuff. And then I'm going to keep the 80 tracking. As for the aspects, definitely start out with the lyric aspect, as there's just so many bonuses to literally everything there is about being a bard, including damage to barded targets, and every target you hit is going to be barded. Now, if you want to switch things up and heat things up, I should say rather, it is a lot of fun to go ahead and go with swords and fire armor. Now keep your lyric weapon, but the fire armor is going to give you a chance to flame strike your targets based on whatever damage you do. And with the swords and the bleed effects and just all the crazy fun, you will see a lot, and I mean a lot, of flame strikes happening. Overall, this is a very simple template to get going and get right into the fray and start making money for your first house or whatever your goal with money is. It is very needed, and all your friends will want you to hang out with them all the time. So there's really no reason you shouldn't make this as your first character, unless you just have a very, very large support group that is willing to help you fund a mage or a tamer or whatever else it is that you're wanting to make. Make sure and share this with your friends that are thinking about coming to Outlands and or have already been here and just really don't know what template they want to make, as it is a no-brainer. This is definitely the first one. Other than that, guys, let's get ready for our raffle. We've got a lot of people in this one. All right, and here we are with all the people that commented last week. A video suggestion for next week's video. Remember, that's all you got to do is just comment a video suggestion for next week's video, and you will be entered into the raffle for anywhere from 1 to 100,000 gold. Let's go ahead and spin this and see who's going to win. Guts Crank, congratulations, my man. Let's see how much you're gonna win, buddy. We've got in here anywhere from 1 to 182,000 gold. There has been some big wins lately. Congratulations, Guts Crank. All you gotta do is just message me on Discord and I will gladly meet you in shelter with your check for 82,000 gold. I think that's the lowest one in the last 3 weeks. Raffles have been pretty high lately, so congratulations, everybody. Other than that, guys, thank you to the Patreons. If you guys didn't know, a week from today, I am filming this on Saturday. I will be doing a 24-hour live stream because we did hit the $50 mark on Patreon. So thank you very, very much for that. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting me on the live streams that I do just about every Wednesday and Saturday night. So I'll see you guys tonight. Don't forget to like, comment your video suggestion for a raffle, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys later. Lone Star Gaming out. Don't think I forgot about the beer of the day. The beer of the day today, guys, is Deep Ellum IPA. Pretty funny story about them. They're from Dallas, and basically Deep Ellum is a neighborhood, and it was filled with jazz and all kinds of cool stuff and musicians, but they shut down because for whatever reason. And the 1980s, it kind of grew into what's an art district now, and Deep Ellum Brewing was born. So, Deep Ellum IPA, here we go, baby. Pretty smooth. I like it. See you guys next week.